Oj, oj, oj. It's better.
Hello.
Hello. How's everybody going? Well, let me just close some of this because there are things there that shouldn't be there. How's everybody doing? Everything's okay, I guess. So we got World of Tanks Blitz Replay Master. When am I releasing the J Panther 2 review? I'm just waiting for one more replay. Hello, Bosnian guy. Mr. Big PP. What's that? The IS-6 Fearless is making a comeback. Lovely. It's just an IS-6 with a different skin. Oh dear. Hello, Dragons. How you doing? Sarah. Ahoy, indeed. Galactic Tech, Jack Panther 2, Best in Drug, and Panzer Jaeger, Panzer Myth 12.8, JP. Oh, well, there you go. What else you got? What else we got? Yeah, you don't really get the MS1. We'll talk about that in a minute. Fugit, what is the best tier 10 tank? Seriously? I mean, Bosnian guy, if it was up to me at this moment in time, I would be saying the Mouse, the IS-4, the IS-7, the IS-7, the E100, any of those big heavies that have just benefited massively from its HP buff. My personal favourite is the Mouse, to be perfectly honest with you. That is my favourite. What else?
Fugit.
How you doing, Terranix?
The 263 is better, clearly.
I like the 263 as well, but I do like the 263. But there we go. Barney and Buddies, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I don't know when the SU 130 PM is coming out, to be honest with you. It'd be nice if we had these things. Okay, best medium to get. What else we got? I would say it depends. I mean, if you're looking for a medium that's noob friendly, I would say the E50M. Just go haul down and watch everybody bounce. If you're looking more technical, then I would say the FV4202, or even the T62. The STB, I like the STB. I think it's a great tank. Another one, go haul down, and boy, you know, people struggle to hurt you. They really do. So, should you buy the Dicker Max? Everybody should buy a Dicker Max.
Oh, got the Dicker Max. It's always fun to go out double.
That you broke off there. It's always fun to go out in the Dicker Max. Of course it is. Absolutely.
Yep.
Look at the gun depression on the damn thing. You're basically getting a stirrer meal at a lower tier, basically.
Yes.
And
a little troll.
Yeah, it's a smaller target than the stirrer meal. It's got less armour. It's a bit of a pain in the arse loading, but you're basically getting a stirrer meal at a tier lower. With massive gun depression.
And double tap people.
No, you want the Churchill gun carrier, man.
Game carrier.
Yeah.
Game carrier.
Yes. The clutch hill game carrier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I said that was that part. I've gone through the YouTube comments. Hello, YouTube. Next, I was going to do a video on the event. And the reason I haven't done a video on the event is because I don't understand the event. It's as simple as that. And I've got 4 law degrees. And I still don't understand the event. Other than it clutters up your garage, well, your storage with stuff that you can swap for other stuff. So I've got a Rubik's Cube here that I can swap if I get 2 more Rubik's Cubes for 23 XP.
Yeah, but if you add them all together,
But why would you want a Rubik's Cube? That's the question.
I thought when I first saw all this, and don't get me wrong, I did watch the video, but I wasn't paying much attention. But when I first saw this, I thought, great, I'm going to get some stuff here that's going to improve my matchmaker. But no, that's not true. I was going to get stuff here that's going to make me ammo rack people. No, that's not true.
Nope.
I'm going to get an electric engine.
No,
Thankfully, that's not true.
Yeah, I must admit the Wargaming advert did.
I'm in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I seriously, I did not understand it. And I got a tinfoil hat, which I know a few people need that. To be fair. And then I got a compass that's still not going to tell people where, you know, when people say go to the A cap, it's still not going to stop people going to the C cap, clearly. And then I've got a tank balancing tool. Maybe I can use that at tier 9 to balance the heavies or balance the T92. But no, apparently not. I can get 23 XP, that's about it. So I'm mightily confused. And then I get a suitcase. And if I spend 60,000 credits on a suitcase, I get something. What do I get? I don't know, because I'm not...
You just get a load of that stuff.
I mean, to find out, I've got to spend 60,000 credits. Why? I don't want to spend 60,000 credits to find out what's in my suitcase.
I thought the suitcase was... You know, we did that...
so you don't like the event, basically?
I don't understand it.
We bought the event.
It's as simple as that. I mean, I've just opened it. Now I've got a... Oh, God. Icosahedron. What the bloody hell? I've got a donut.
Just do your missions and get the smileys.
I've got a smiley.
The smileys add up to a nice little...
Icosahedron. Why would I want an icosahedron? What does a icosahedron do? I don't know. I seriously don't know. And I know I've got rubber ducks and donuts and smileys and... You know, I just don't get it. Maybe I get... You know, I read all the things. It says complete the missions and you can change them and you can get 700 XP. Lovely. Or I can get, if I get all the ducks or donuts or fuel or whatever, then I can get 450 gold and some gold boosters. But I don't know, they could have been made a bit easier to understand.
It could have been simplified. It's a bit over the top having so many different items you can get for the same thing, like ducks and dice, Rubik's cubes. They're all exactly the same, but you can't add them together. It's like we'll give you two of these, and have one. Unless you're buying the actual suitcases. I bought a suitcase thinking it was one of those. Like opening up the book, which gave you in advance, but he didn't.
So what does the suitcase do then? What does the suitcase do?
It gives you a certain amount of smileys, maybe a couple of Rubik's cubes and some of those items. That's it. Done.
For 60,000 credits. So you spend 60,000 credits to get some more of those items.
Yeah, which obviously if you don't get 3, it's pointless.
This is why I'm mightily confused. To be honest with you, mightily confused.
I bought one suitcase and not doing it, but I have spent like 120 smileys.
Wowzers. All
on the XP. I didn't bother with the Prem count one because one day Prem at Bowers is not worth it.
Well, no. So I just found it very confusing. It's like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I need to do. I have no idea. And then I was reading something from Stubbo saying that you spend money and that's what I heard, Bosnian guy. You spend the credits on opening the suitcase and it's just a waste of credits basically. I was like, oh, okay, then I don't get it. I don't.
Totally with you on that one.
And where did you get the MS1, which I had taken away from me? I used to have the MS1, and then somebody took it away from me.
It's just a token, that it's not actually the MS1.
Oh, it's only a token.
Oh,
so they're not going to give me they're not going to give me back the tank they took away from me to begin with.
No, it's just a token you get out of the suitcase.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Like I said, I'm mightily confused about it. Don't fully understand it, so I didn't do a video on it because I was like, what am I going to say? It's going to be a video that says, "Hello, I don't get it. Collect shit, put it in your storage. You combine shit, get more shit." Sounds like a scene from the. Sounds like a scene from the layer cake. Unbelievable. So
it is a little silly. It's just another way. It's Wargaming's way of just putting an event together without having to do any work.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it confused the bejesus out of me. Yeah. So maybe just do the missions and see what you can do. Don't buy the suitcase, apparently. So don't buy the suitcase is the word on the street. Yeah, well, you need to tell everybody else. Don't buy the suitcase. Don't care what anybody says. Don't do it. It's like I think Pantherflea's either made a comment or released a video recently saying some of the stupidest things you should never do in Blitz. Number 1, don't buy containers for cash that contain avatars. Don't do it. It's just not good. Don't do it. Do not do it. Number 2, don't buy the suitcase.
Don't buy containers.
Number 3, don't buy containers. Just wait. They come around and they're free eventually. So
get more out of the game that way.
Yeah. And there were other things as well, but I can't remember what they were. But one of the things that you should do, and I agree with Pantherflea on this one, is there was a thing in the store that said for 1,000 gold you get 1,000 gold. And a load of boosters.
Nice.
So if you got 1,000 gold, spend 1,000 gold, get your 1,000 gold back, and a load of boosters. That sounds like a good deal to me.
It was
the most stupidest deal I've ever seen, but it's a good one.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a good deal, to be fair. That was we were just watching, by the way, Born to Kill 165 from Toxic getting wasted in a grill, which is always fun. It's always fun watching people getting wasted in a grill. So, but he got a first class, despite the fact he got wasted in a grill. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm going to show you a replay of probably the most boringest game I have ever had the misfortune to play at tier 10. This was most probably for me I fell asleep halfway through, I think. I have never rolled out in tier 10 where both teams camp. The entire team's camp the entire battle. It's outrageous. And all the action happens in the last 10 seconds. It's just a crazy, boring game. And, it wouldn't be so bad, but there's a Leo 1, and he camps on the other side. We don't have a medium apart from an FE4202, and he camps on our team. It's just a camp fest. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Any comments about the gold boosters? Galabru, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't understand. You can combine things like the rubber ducky and the donut and stuff to get gold in gold boosters, I believe. But I understand that it's almost impossible. Isn't it really difficult to get the gold boosters?
Yeah, quite. And supposedly, when you use a gold booster, depending on what tier you're in, that's what it times it by if you win. That's it.
Ah, okay. So Galabru, there you go. So you put together some shit, which is the rubber ducky and the stuff. Apparently, I don't know. Well, I don't quite understand it myself. You get gold boosters. And whatever tier you roll out in, apparently if you win, you get more gold. I don't know. It's
Afternoon.
Hello. It's all very confusing for me. No, didn't go through it, Galabru. That's the problem, because I don't understand it. I'm not joking. I even put it on Wargaming's Discord saying, I'd love to do a video on this, but I really don't know what to say because I don't really understand the event. I just don't get it. You can spend money and get some money. You can do missions and get stuff that you combine with other stuff. So I don't know. I just don't get it. And I did watch the video, and I still don't get it. There we have it. Well, by the way, that is the only. This is like a great war battle. That E100 there is the only tank to move in the whole of this game, really. That is the furthest of the advance that they get in this game, and where I am is the furthest advance that we get in this game. That is how pants and boring this game was. It was probably, as I said, it was the most boringest tier 10 I've ever done. And you can see where my team is. They're all camping. And then if you carry on watching, you'll see that only one on the other team is spotted. That's the IS-7. Next to him, funnily enough, there are 2 TDs. And right over in the back is another TD and a Leo 1. A Leo 1 on top of the hill. Go figure.
Oh, really?
Welcome to Blitz.
A lot of TD.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, no, the IS-4 tries to do a push because he obviously got bored from camping, and that's as far as he goes. Doesn't go any further.
And that's where you lose.
It's just no, it was a draw because nobody moved.
Oh my god.
Nobody moved. And you know what the worst thing is? I mean, I know that there are 4 tanks camping because they've smacked me a few times, so I'm not moving until somebody spots them. And I actually do the second best damage in this game. I can't believe it.
It's not hard if nobody moves.
Unbelievable.
Two penetrations.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I think I hit the E100 twice. Really a boring game.
Has anybody noticed anything really mad with matchmaking?
With the matchmaker, in what respect?
Well, I've been up-tiered every game for the best part of 3 days.
I've been up-tiered in quite a few games, and then I switched servers.
Oh, well, I haven't got 3.
So, for example, I rolled out this morning and had 3 straight losses. Really bad MM.
Oh, wow.
Really bad MM. 3 straight losses in the E100. So I turned the game off. In fact, because I was on P2. And then I kept going on to P2 and eventually got onto P1 and had 7 straight wins. And now I'm not saying that because I've now got a tinfoil hat in my storage that I believe that there is a rigging going on or whatever. It just feels that. There you go. It just feels that way sometimes. That's all. And it's not. It just feels that way.
So it is.
Well, it's like everything. I mean, sometimes it just feels that way. I mean, the teams I had when I was on P2 were shockingly bad. I mean, they were shockingly bad. But
By
then...
the way, Fugit, I sent you the mastery from the 704 game from our stream a few days ago.
Okay, nice. Kerfuffles, how you doing, mate? And
I've also sent you the most boring game I've ever had in my Borsig.
Hello, C2G. Sorry, I didn't pick you up even earlier. Yeah, I mean, this was a dull game. I mean, it was awful. As you can see, we've only got a minute left, and wow, not really much happens. Apart from my shots go, I don't know where they go. I mean, look at that. Thank you, Dispersion. So yeah, I mean, it was a really shit game. Yeah, it was boring. And then I rolled out earlier in the E100 and had a fantastic game. Did almost, I think it was around 6,600 damage, but couldn't hold the 4v1 at the end. I think it was a 4v1. Bounced to grill every shot. It was quite funny, bless him. And then I lost against the 263, mainly because my iPad fire button's in the wrong place and I inadvertently pressed it when I shouldn't. And anyway, I got wasted. But I got the mastery. And just as I was coming out the battle, after getting wasted, a guy in a 183 who did bugger all game, seriously, I mean, he got wasted straight away, said, "Lose a noob" to me. 42%, he did 163 damage in a 183. And I'm the loser noob. Unbelievable. I just love that. I just love it. Seriously, it really makes my blood boil when shit like that happens. And I did put it on my community tab on YouTube. When people say easy and stuff like that, that makes my blood boil as well. Especially when the people saying it are generally the ones who've done jack squat or battle and been carried by other people. And then they go, easy. Yeah, of course. And there you go, 5 seconds left. And as you can see.
So what's this? Are you 251? 39%. He said,
So-
all one way like 10 times in chat. Nobody goes his way, of course.
So I
He
got,
says, yep.
yep, unbelievable. It happens all the time.
We can read.
Unbelievable. But anyway,
Then are you 251 got wasted.
so have a look at Born to Kill playing in the T34 instead. So, I mean, that's that. Then, what else have we got? Somebody keeps mentioning this, what's the event called again? That's coming up. What did you call it?
Gravity.
Gravity, yeah, the Gravity event.
I thought it was coming out with this one, but it didn't.
I thought it was. I have heard about it. Yes, I don't know much about it. To be fair, Bosnian guy and Galactic Tac. I don't know much about it. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it, and I'd like to know more. To be honest with you, but as I'm not an official CC, I don't get the inside track, so to speak.
Hold on, I'll have to stalk Martin real quick.
Yes. Yeah, be nice to Martin. He's got the inside track. He knows these things. He does. Maybe the SU 130p PM will be the tank up for grabs in that event. Who knows? I mean, because that one is meant to be coming up for grabs.
Wargaming? Giving a new premium tank for free?
No, it won't be for free. It'll be almost impossible to win straight off the bat, but you'll get the credits down. Maybe, I don't know.
You'll have to play the event like mad and then spend some gold.
Yeah.
Oh, I have one of your crewmates in my team.
But then you've also got the Super Conch. That's scheduled for release at some stage. Tankers Blitz.
The turret on a Super Conqueror is literally fucking god.
Mike Stoney, 69 man, how you doing? Yeah, when you say that, I was speaking to Brindog. Was it Brindog? I can't remember who it was now. Bringsinger? I can't remember. The guy from Loka, good player. I can't remember his name.
He was testing it.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, it's alright. You stick it in the wrong place.
Right. Not great, not taggable.
You stick it in the wrong place.
People like that say it's because they don't want you to have it as well.
No, he's pretty nice. He's a good lad. He's a good lad. And he was just saying to me that, you stick it in the wrong place, you do get smacked. Bryn Signia, that's it. I was in a game with him, and basically somebody came around the side and smacked him to next week. So frontally, yes, it looks very, very, very good, but side on, a little bit different, maybe not. But it'd be an interesting.
Side on, it's bannable by HE, I think.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting tank to have. I mean, the Action X.
On PC, not really.
I mean, the Action X is a great tier 8 if you know how to play it, and a lot of people can't. And I've seen a lot of them get wasted very quickly, whereas all you got to do is go haul down, and that thing will bounce almost everything. The only thing it does struggle with is if you load AP in a low. The low will pen it pretty easily, to be honest with you. So,
well, if you don't use the full run depression, then it is.
Absolutely. But I think it's a great tank. I love it. I think it's a fantastic tank. I really do. However, at the moment, I haven't been playing anything below tier 10 other than Encountings because, I'm sorry guys, those heavies, get out there in them because they're just brilliant. I mean, I've just been playing the Mouse, the E100 and the IS-7, and that is it. That is it. And, wow. I mean, your damage just goes up and it's just brilliant. I think it's just brilliant. Fantastic. I don't know if they'll roll it back at any stage. I don't think they will. I think that's it. The meta's changed and the meta will stay like that for the heavies. So if you've got those tanks and you haven't rolled out in them recently since the buff, get out there because a lot of people do struggle in getting rid of you, to be honest with you.
I haven't got any of those tanks. I've got one tier 9 heavy at the moment, but I still don't think they should change the meta. Heavy should have.
Yeah.
Heavies should still be the bullies of the playground, to be quite frankly honest.
I mean, like I said, I've been having great fun in the E100. Absolutely fantastic fun in the E100 recently. I've got, in fact, I'll tell you for what my stats are for the last 30 days on the E100, and that's a great first class again. I'll tell you what my stats are for the last 30 days. So in the E100,
we can have a look ourselves.
74 battles. I've got a 70% win rate. I've got a 67% survival rate and an average damage of just shy of 3,000. And for the IS-7, I've got a 52% win rate because I struggled in it the last couple of days. But a damage per battle after 89 battles of 2,294. Mouse, I've got a 58% win rate, 2,700 damage per battle, and again a 47% win rate. But the E100 is a completely different tank to what it used to be, in my opinion. Those additional hit points have made it a bigger beast than what it was. In fact, I'll just show you the replay of me on Dynasty's Pearl, a map I hate. But
I love Dynasty's Pearl.
Oh, I hate it, especially if you're in a TD. Even more hate it.
Depends which ones. Like the casemates TDs, you'll be able to pretty much rock the back of the map pretty much constantly, but having to fight with a turret to TD, yeah, no. Unless you're American.
Yeah. I mean,
unless you're in a T30.
Yeah, I mean, but
because those things actually have armor.
But seriously, I mean, I'm loving the tier 10 heavies at the moment. Only certain tier 10 heavies. I'm not loving all of them, to be honest with you. But I am loving the Mouse. I am loving the E100 and the IS7, and to an extent the IS4, because they really are nice.
AMX 50 just needs a little bit extra.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. But
then again, that's for most French tanks at the moment.
Yeah. But seriously, I mean, you're all free to go and check my stats on Blitz Stars, and you'll see what I mean. It's those tier 10 heavies are very nice tanks now. Very nice. Really nice.
My win rate was ruined by the stupid Emil. Yeah, the Emil is a tank you gotta know how to play.
It's a nice
if you don't
tank.
know how to play, I wish you the best of luck.
It's a nice tank once you're used to it. It really is.
Your camo is shit, your gun is good, mobility is shit, you have no armor, you're a casemate TD, so... that thing aggravated me so damn much.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it depends most of the time where you stick these tanks. That's the thing.
But yes, but once you shoot, you gotta spot it.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, in those tiers now, to be fair, I mean, people still fail to I mean, sometimes you're quite lucky in email because some people don't realise when or where or how to use HE properly. Which, if they did, it could be a lot worse. Because the side of that thing is just a HE magnet.
But aren't the track links up front part of the spaced armor?
Yeah, they are. The HE won't go through it.
That's one of the most cheekiest tricks I've ever seen on a tank.
That's why they do it.
No, I don't think it's an extra. I don't think it's space armor. Only like an extra one, like an extra.
No, it's not extra. But what they've done with the actual tank skin. If you look at the front of a Stura Emil with an HE round loaded, it's very difficult.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to hit it with HE. But that's just the way it is. It's like if you look at the IS4, trying to get a heat round through the lower plate on an IS4 is just foolhardy. Whereas getting an heat round into the driver's hatch is much easier. Just the way it works. But again, the IS4, beautiful tank at the moment, back to where it should be. So as you can see, you can do a lot of damage in the E100 nowadays. I like it. I do like it. Yeah. So what else is coming up? We've done the event, sort of. We've done the new tanks that are coming out, sort of. We did the nerfs on tanks at the next patch last week because Matthew corrected me and said, no, it's in the next patch. So I had to... I had to grin and bear that one. So yeah, it's in the next patch. So the T90...
because Wargaming said it's going to be the next patch after 6.9, not during 6.9 when they release the statement that they're going to buff and nerf some of the tanks.
Yeah. So the T92 will get nerfed. Simple as that.
And also the Progetto. Or not Progetto, Standard B, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to show you Prisoner Adonis's replay next in the Sherman Firefly. This will be subject to its own video, but I'm going to put it on the replays anyway, because this is a fantastic game. And the buffs in the next patch, yeah, there's some buffs coming. I don't know what they all are yet, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't think they're going to be buffing the tier 9 heavies anytime soon. They're going to wait for the details of what's been going on with the tier 10s. And if I look on Blitzstars at the moment, on the front page it tells you the most improved tanks. And so far the most improved tanks are the Jagdpanther, the Churchill Game Carrier, the
Game Carrier?
Yeah, the Toaster, the Tiger 2, unsurprisingly, and the VK30-02. The Jagdpanther's got win rate is up by almost 6%. The Game Carrier is up by almost 5%. Toaster's up by 4.5%. The Tiger 2 is up by just shy of 4.5%. And the VK30-02M is just over 4%. And still the most played, wow, topping the list is the T92 tops the list, followed by the T49, followed by the Waffle Tractor, followed by the Sheridan, followed by the 183. Wowzers. 4 million almost. 3.9 million battles in the T92.
Excuse me, Wargaming, what the fuck?
Goes to tell you how broken that tank is. So the T92E1 has had 3,908,855 total battles in the last 90 days. The T49
now is 2 foot second.
Well, the T49, which is second in the list, has only done 2,700,000. Tells you a lot.
That's because people need to grind it to get to the other one.
Yeah, tells you a lot. I'm telling you. So, interestingly, the list for 90-day stats on those that have got the best win rate. Wow. They're either premium tanks or collectibles, funnily enough. And the list is the T25 Pilot #1. But there's only one player who's got that. So that'll be coming out soon. Nobody knows.
But that's only...
It's a tester. It's a tester,
though.
yeah. So that's the T25 Pilot #1. Only one person has it. Next is the Super Conch. Only 120 people have that. And that's also under test. Followed by the SU 130 PM. 104 have that. Again, it's under test. Then we've got the T54E2. Another one that is under test. So that'd be an interesting one.
Damn it.
It's another premium. And it's going to be an interesting one to see. It's a premium. It's going to be a premium heavy. So looks an interesting type of tank. It does look interesting on the test at the moment. So and it's got a pretty decent win rate, 65% basically. Then in the normal mode you've got the KV220 beta test. Then you've got the Vickers Light, which is still under test. Then the Chimera, then the Smasher, then the Object 252U, and then the Draciolo. So interesting stuff. So as you can see, there's quite a few tanks under test, so it'll be interesting. It will be interesting.
As long as they don't bring yet another broken fucking premium, I'm happy.
Well,
the tech tree tanks have their fun ones.
Oh fuck that T92.
Well, that was a good game by see. That's a nice raz by Prisoner Adonis there. Very nice. And it will be subject to its own video
if it's
anyway.
a fucking premium or a fucking tech tree tank. If it's broken, I don't like it.
You can say whatever you want, but I would pay good money for a Canon Jagdpanzer.
Why?
Yeah. Why?
Because I like both tanks in the PC version.
I mean, I'm just dreading the day they decide to bring out the E100 Waffle Tractor.
I don't think they'll bring the Waffle Tractor E100 to one day.
I hope not.
Well, maybe for some like an April Fool's joke.
You never know.
Even then, having one on your team, you could basically clip half your team in like.
No. I meant for an exclusive matchmaking.
Even that, you can clip half the team in like a 10 seconds.
Oh,
yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. So I've got a right. So where is he? Right. So PK on Blitz. Just a heads up. So PK on Blitz is going to do a mega tournament. Basically, it's going to be for 3 servers: Asia, NA, and EU. The tournament is set to start on the 6th of June and end on the 7th of June. Really? It's one day. It's 3 versus 3. I will put the link in my Discord for the stuff. And I'll put his Discord link in here. So anybody who's interested, that's his Discord for PK on Blitz, called King of Kings Tournament. I don't know what's up for grabs. You'll have to check it out. But he does these tournaments every now and then. He did one for Asia recently. He was planning on doing further ones for EU and NA. So if you're interested, jump in, because it's 3 versus 3. It's a fun tournament. It looks like it's only going to be a day, so can't be that bad. The other thing that he's thinking of doing as well, although he hasn't got round to it yet, is he's thinking of doing, where is it? He's probably doing a Wargaming esports, Wargaming employees team tournament, where you get to challenge them, I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out more on that one. But that's the one he's released currently. So if anybody's interested, by all means, jump over and have a look at his stuff. I'm not going to mention the Ascent tournament because it's a raw nerve with Matthew. Because his clan entered and he got shafted because he didn't have 9 apparently. Which I didn't know that was the rules. I thought you had to have the minimum. I thought you only had to get the minimum in. I didn't realise you had to get a full team.
I think it's a bug from Wargaming side, because it says we only need 7 at least for.
That's what I thought.
Registered.
I thought that you only needed 7 to register. I didn't know you needed the full 9. So it'd be interesting to know how that works out. So just a heads up on that one. The Ascent Tour carries on today. Rolling Swarm will be doing a live stream on that along with Amunet. So that'll be kicking off at what is it, 7 o'clock UK time? 7 o'clock is it? Or is it 8 o'clock? I think it's 7 o'clock.
7.
I think it's 7 o'clock UK time, 8 PM Central European time. So if you want to have a look at how the Ascents are going with some of the top teams who are into this is the silver ticket stage. So they did something good on the Ascent going through the week, and now this is like, it's not like a round robin, it's not like a final, but it's like where they get more cups. It's very competitive, the Ascent tours today. So if you're around, pop in and have a look at Rolling Swarm, the king of streaming live events. Royston, how you doing? That's a great game there by Born to Kill, by the way. So yeah, he's a king at streaming the live event. So get over and have a look at him, because he's just born to do this sort of stuff. To be perfectly honest with you. What else can we say? Let's have a look at an E100 replay to show you how good the E100 is. And I mean, also, she has a tendency to sing in her streams, so it's always good getting over there and watching that. Because obviously there you go, look. As if by magic, Kerfuffles tells you. Rolling is covering Loka, and Yaminet is covering Vale. And I had a game earlier with some guys in Vale, and I kicked their ass, and it was very, very, very satisfying. It's always satisfying kicking the top clans and the top players. So there you go, as per Kerfuffles, Rolling doing Loka, Aminet covering Vale. And obviously there is this gap between the rounds, sometimes up to 20-30 minutes in some instances. So by all means, Aminet's always good fun because they both of them jump on. Rolling is good to watch. I'm not saying I prefer Rolling over Aminet because they both have their quirks. rolling is good to watch because allegedly he claims it's complete bullshit, but he claims he's not very good at PC. And because he's streaming, he plays his games in between the event on his PC. And if he's bad at PC, I'd hate to know what he's like at touch. Seriously, he's just OP, full stop. And Aminette's just as bad as well. She's just as OP. And the thing is, she sings in her games, so they're both great to watch.
That makes it even more worse because that means that she's casual.
Yeah. And
if she's OP on casual, I do not want to see her on serious.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm surprised she's never been copyrighted. Copyright strike for because she sings whatever she wants to sing. It's great. So seriously, both of them have insight into the game. They're really good at giving overviews on how these pro teams play. And trust me, because I did it last year for the Twister, and it's actually harder than you think. Commentating a tournament, it's not that easy. So they make it look easy. They really do. It's really not that easy at all. And if you have to try and sort of guess where everybody's going, what everybody's going to do. And when you've got players of Rolling Swarm and Aminet's ilk, it's much easier for them to understand where they're watching the gameplay. It's very good. And like I said, it's just great to watch these guys comment on these games because you do learn a lot. You really do. So that's what's happening there. What else is happening? Well, no. What have you got to whinge about, guys? What do you want to get off your chest? It's more to the point. Anything?
The server's connection issues.
Yeah, a couple of things. Those of you doing tournaments, etc., there is no spectator mode for the spring event. So even the quick tournaments, no spectator mode. It's been taken off, disconnected by Wargaming because it's been making it unstable, apparently. That's one of the reasons. Some of us think it's because it gives an advantage, and people have complained, but I don't see how it really gives an advantage, to be fair. So if anybody's thinking that there is a glitch with spectator mode, it isn't a glitch. Wargaming purposely turned it off.
I do think there is a slight advantage to being spectator. When we go out in tournaments and we use Discord as an entire team, you have 2 extra eyes on the battlefield.
There is that. Yeah, I suppose it
but
does.
Only if you have Discord. If you don't have Discord or chat, like voice chat outside of the game, as a spectator you can't type anything. But many a times have I sat as a spectator and gone, right, I'll be with the meds, and then my can leader will go with the heavies, and he'll spectate with them, and I'll basically, it's basically you can be like a team leader without actually playing, you coordinate teams.
Yeah.
But the point is, if you have Discord, then some of you can stream on Discord, and
that's what
everybody
I've
can
been
see
doing for a lot of times for EMRS lately. Until the mode was removed, but
because if the argument is that having extra pair of eyes or 2 extra pair of eyes, you can get an advantage, then it doesn't do well for the argument. You can just stream it on Discord and then everybody can see it. You can have maybe 14 guys, another, or maybe 30 even. That looks for you.
Yeah, getting rid of it makes no sense when you can do that.
That's one of the main issues that I have as well with tournaments. They ask you to have a team of 7, so just to play. However, now they're asking teams for 10 just to actually be eligible to play. But those other 3 guys are doing jack shit all.
Yeah.
They can't participate, they can't fucking see what's going on, they can't do anything. So that is one of the problems I have with doing tournaments.
Yeah.
Other frees,
that's very true.
which are required, can do things.
That's very true. Just on that, hang on a minute. Just on that, yeah, Bosnian guy. Welcome to Dubai. As you can see, it's a bit. The light has got a bit weird. That's because it's really hot. Really hot. But hey, these things do happen. So, But yeah, I mean, so yeah, they Wargaming purposely disconnected it. It will be back after the spring event, Ascent Tour, is my understanding. So that's just the way it works at the moment. What else is there? Anything else that you guys want to get off your chest?
I'm playing in the game right now, and then I've got someone from Kraken that's testing the T54E2.
Oh, there you go. Look, we just talked about that.
I think I had the same guy just now, by the way.
We were just talking about that tank.
Crusher?
There you go. Just goes to show.
Well, to me, it's literally just a T54E1, but with a single shot gun. I think that's pretty much all there's to it.
Yeah.
Granted, it has more turret armor because everyone can admit tanks with oscillating turrets have shit turret armor. Well, except if you're a fucking Kranwagen, but those don't count. We don't have.
Or if you're at T57.
Yeah, true, but even that turret armor can be weak on certain spots.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the T-57 is not a bad tank. Not a bad tank at all.
Oh, I love the T57.
I have yet to actually enter some of the American tech tree lines. I've been focusing way too much on the German and the Russian for now.
Well, a couple more things. I will be doing a live stream counting tomorrow.
EU or NA?
It'd be NA is just a nightmare for me at the moment. Every time I go onto NA, my ping is like 1,000 plus. That's why I haven't done NA for a while. I think it has something to do with what's going on with this virus thingy. It's just overloading the connections between the Middle East and wherever. So it's just a nightmare. That's why I've not done NA for almost a month now. It's just killing me, the ping. But so it will be EU, definitely EU, and that'll be tomorrow. And I don't know what time to do it. Might do it late, might do it early. I don't know. I'm still trying to work out how to do polls in Discord because I'm rubbish at Discord. In fact, I'm rubbish at all things technic. All things technical I'm crap at.
Best thing to do is to give the options and then the votes under that.
I've tried that.
So just like,
I've tried that.
like a poll with like a green or red check mark right under it.
Well, I completely.
Or you can use
on the Wargaming server, and I've seen them doing.
Oh wait, I fail miserably on these things. I mean, miserably. So, I'm not very. I'm a bit of a technophobe when it comes to certain bits and bobs, which is a pain in the backside. But hey, there you go. Yeah, no, Bosnian guy. It does take some time to figure out how to use the E100 and the turret, which is basically turn it away. Don't point the gun at the target. Because
because remember, your turret is flat as a house.
Absolutely.
Literally.
And you turn your turret away from the target, then oof.
Like the guy that was just doing it on stream. That's how you actually should do it.
That's me.
Although I think you're proposing that continue to shoot with HE or heat, whatever. It
No, I
is.
had to shoot him with heat. Yeah.
Try to shoot try to give them the angle, not a straightforward surface.
Yeah, that's what you got to do with the 75 TS as well.
That's also what you
have
have to
that
do with the mouse.
Absolutely. I mean,
the mouse does have more turret armor in the first place, but you get the point.
Like, literally, if you can't angle a tank properly, you should have gone down the German heavy.
well, talking about angling, I'm now going to angle up to this grill in the game currently streaming,
I suggest the Russian heavies.
and you will see.
Because it's pre-angled for you.
Yeah, but if
The
you
Russian heavies are very angle friendly.
if you watch the stream replay at the moment, you'll see me angling the U100 and bouncing the grill left, right, and centre. There you go again. So I've just bounced 1200 off this grill. So there you go. So it is possible to do. And once you get used to the angles on the E100, boy, it's a good tank. It really is a good tank.
And the gun is pretty derpy as well.
I do like
I hate
it.
the gun.
Yeah,
The shell velocity is.
it's too low. The velocity is too low.
But you got a 150mm gun.
Yeah.
And you're not talking about a rocket like with the grill or with the fucking Jagdpanzer E100. No, these are actually low velocity guns.
Yeah. This
Those
is
are
where
the things you actually have to learn how to work with.
That's why I don't like it. Like I'm too used of the either a TD or a medium which fires a PCR, or even the other 120 millimeter or 122 millimeter equipped heavy. So it's quite big to get used to.
Yeah.
And also the Chieftain, like the Chieftain have an APDS. If you look closely, it's
Yeah. I mean, it does take some getting used to the E100 to wiggle it and jerk it and get the angles just right. And the tank, if you've got the tanks, the tank to take out first to understand angles is the mouse. If you can angle the mouse is a lot more forgiving than the E100 at angles, to be fair.
Or you can go down to tier 5 and then play the KV1.
Well, you used to be able to go down to tier 5 and play the KV1. Now I'd suggest go down to tier 5 and play the KV220 beta test.
Wow, my team is...
Oh, no, not that tank. I mean the KV1. Because back in the days...
Back in the day, the KV1... Oh, no, that was the training wheels tank for learning how to bounce.
Said if you want to play a medium, if you want to train yourself in a medium, play either the T-34 or the M4 Sherman. And then if you want to learn how to angle, then go with the KV1.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, tanks, training wheel tanks, as you say. I mean, if you want to learn how to angle properly, then and side scrape, the KV1 is the beast. It really is.
You gotta remember when playing a British heavy or an American heavy, don't show your sights because they can be panned with HE.
Yeah. But
you can side scrape quite well in the E5.
Yeah, you can in the
In the E5, yes, but not in like a T30.
T30 probably not. T34 you can.
Well, T34 can. Actually, the T34 is a weird example because the frontal part of the hull has better side armor as the rear part.
Yeah.
You should check that actually on Blitzhanger. There are two different armor sections on the side.
Yeah. The T29 as well. For the
T29 is similar.
Of tanks.
But this is the thing. I mean, this is. I did a video a long time ago. When you first get a tank, I recommend this to everybody. When you first get a tank, get yourselves over to Armor Inspector and have a look at the armor profile of the tank. Up until
I've loaded up the armor profile for T30 and T34 real quick.
Yeah,
the frontal is 76 and the rear is 51.
Yeah, but I think...
So you're lacking 20 millimeters of armor there.
I think for example, on Armor Inspector, which is free to use up until tier 10, I believe. Tier 9 and tier 10 are not free, but all the other tiers are. And
depends. The app, yes, but you can't use the pan parameters.
That's correct, you can't use that. But you can see the armor profile, I believe.
Yes, but you can do the same on Blitzhanger.
Yes, you can. But because I've got Armor Inspector, I paid for it because it's obviously I have to pay for it because I needed to do the review videos. But it's not that expensive, to be fair, and it's incredibly useful because you can load up, for example, an E100 and stick it against an IS-4 or even a Death Star, and you can see what angle you need to bounce those shots. It's very, very, very good app. I think it's a great app.
Or just use the Blitzhanger.
Yeah, does Blitzhanger show you what you need to do to bounce, though? I don't think it does.
It shows the effective thickness of the armor.
Yeah, it shows the thickness. Whereas
it doesn't show things like pan parameters, unfortunately.
Yeah, whereas...
No, it doesn't.
Whereas what I find with Armor Inspector, it does show you where you're going to pen and where you're not going to pen, which is interesting. But... each to their own. I mean, Blitzhanger again is I did a video on that as well. So, these are invaluable tools. Blitz Stars, Blitzhanger, they're very, very, very good tools. If you go into Blitz Stars, just go into Tank Compare, and you can see what you need to know about every tank that you're playing in that tier.
Know about against what tank you play.
Yeah, and
because that's the knowledge I did while playing the Rheinmetall Borsig.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
need to know
invaluable.
which tanks you can actually take on and which tanks you can take on with what type of ammo.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I'm very much for these apps, like you know, I mean, BlitzStars again. I support BlitzStars, so I pay some cash into them because it's great stuff. I mean, it tells you how well you're doing. It tells you everything you need to know about the game in real terms, and about you as a player. You know, where you're struggling, where you're not so struggling. And okay, a lot of the stuff is free. In fact, you know, 99% of the stuff on BlitzStars is free. The only thing that isn't free, I think, is tank data. So, which is very good stuff. It's good stuff, the tank data. And again, you know, you can become a patron of BlitzStars for what, $1 a month or something. And you know, if you take the game seriously, it's worth considering. If you take it seriously. Because it shows you where you need to improve and what you're doing to you know, where you're struggling. And I just find these little tools invaluable, to be honest. I just wish I was clever enough to...
Yeah, it's nice to always keep track of your stats.
Yeah, I think so. And I you know, anybody who's watched any numerous amount of my videos, I'm not... you know, and a lot of people say it's because my win rate is shit. No, not really. I mean, I don't care about my win rate. I care about my WN8, and I care about my other stats, like the average damage and hit rates and all this sort of stuff, moreover than what's my win rate. So when I look at my stats, you know, you got it here, and I'm more interested in this average damage and accuracy. Those are the things that I want.
Yeah, same.
Because...
But accuracy, though, if you play a lot of mediums or derpy guns, it won't matter that much.
No, that's true. That's true. But I don't play a lot of those, to be fair. And then I go into the normal stats, and you know what I like to look at is not the win rate as such, because win rate is really dependent on teams. Don't forget, it really is dependent on teams a lot. So what I try to look at is my damage count, my damage ratio, my destruction ratio, my accuracy, and things like that, moreover than anything else. And then I look at that in BlitzStars to see, well, what is it I'm doing wrong in those tanks? And that's the great thing about BlitzStars. It tells you the averages for the tanks. So if you click on any tank in BlitzStars in your garage, so for example, if I click on the E100, which is in my garage, I will see that I'm very good at spots, which I shouldn't be, against the average. So the averages are, average win rate is 48.32, whereas the average win rate is 49%, whereas my win rate is 48%, so I'm a 1% difference. The damage ratio, mine is 95.95. The average is 0.98. So again, I'm below. The KDR, I'm below. But then the DPM, damage per battle, I'm above. And it tells me, oh, I'm quite good at that part. The hits per battle,
Yeah, same here.
I'm good at
Shows
that.
me decent enough
Yeah,
stats. Yeah,
absolutely.
Decent enough stats in the sense, but my win rate in it's like 48%.
Yeah.
So then I'm above average on all my stats. So it only goes to show that win rate is genuinely down to the team you.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is the thing I love about BlitzStars, because you can look at where you're struggling in the tank, because it shows you the averages of the other players. So when I look at my Death Star, which I hate, I'm just crap at everything apart from, and this is where it tells me. So spots per battle, I'm doing more than the average. That tells me I'm doing too much spotting, which means I'm not using the tank correctly, because I should be at the back. And this is why I struggle in that tank, because I'm no good at it. And that's why I love BlitzStars. Anyway.
I just stacked my WN8 is higher than yours, Fugits. What the hell?
Yeah, no, Bosnian guy. My win rate is 2012. Yeah, sorry, my win 8 is 2012 at the moment. Whereas
The win rate doesn't matter. It matters if you can stand your own on the battlefield.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my win rate is shit, and I don't care about it. To be honest.
Well, yeah, but yours is different. If I play Platoon with you, your WNA doesn't show you can play well either.
But it does.
Like,
it's just
the first thing I remember are both 704 masteries that I pulled in the game with you, where both of the matches you died before me.
Yeah, well, you were in a 704. I wasn't.
Hey, you can say whatever you want.
What was I in? I can't remember what I was in.
The last time you were in SU-1 2254. That is literally the highest DPM tank in the game.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad in that.
And you still had to get the fucking deploy on me.
DPM, by the way, DPM is a really...
It's deceptive.
Thank you. That was the word I'm looking for. Everybody goes on about this. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
DPM on an SU comes way more in handy than a DPM on like a tortoise where you have to stand in front of your enemy pretty much the entire time.
DPM only counts if every single shot is a high roll and actually hits in pens. It's the potential of the tank. That's all. Just the potential. It's not what the tank will do all the time. It's just
I also think that that's a huge misleading number because it doesn't take into account the tank types, like their shell profile. Like some tanks are more to setting other tanks on fire or rack damage.
Absolutely. Well, I've got the E100 loaded. So the DPM on the E100 is 2,434. So that says to me,
which probably means
that
you
says
only do about 117.
Wow, this is the point. So you should be. So the DPM says you can do 2,434 damage per minute. Per minute. That's assuming that every single shot lands, pens, in high rolls. Simple.
However, your damage roll, your UL is pretty much safe to say that your accuracy is pretty shit by times on the 100. But then again, that's for most caliber guns. So.
Oh, but the AT roll, my man.
Yeah.
Again, that goes to prove that using something like Blitz Stars is quite handy because doesn't it show you the average damage per game?
Yes.
Across the board.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does. And that's the thing.
It even shows you per tank.
And that's the thing. I mean, so in fact, let's just load up the IS-7 a minute because so the DPM on the IS-7 is 2,551 per minute. Per minute. Now I'm in the top 100 at the moment for the last 30 days in the IS-7. Well, they've just dropped down now to 130 something. And my DPM over the last 30 days is... My damage per battle is 2,294. That's damage per battle. It's not DPM. So I'm not even hitting the damage per minute there. Because the battles are 7 minutes.
The one that I had a real issue with is when they buffed the WZs, the 113, and then I think it was the 121.
Oh god, you need to buff the 113. Hate it.
No, but
well, just think of it.
They advertised it, as the highest tier 10 DPM, but
I'll play the E5 tomorrow, slapnuts. Carry on, sorry.
That's only if you high rolled. I mean, I started playing the tank more when they did that, and honestly, man, I mean, I wasn't rolling anywhere close to the high rolls. It was a joke.
Yeah. This is the thing. I mean, this is why DPM is a misleading number. It is a misleading number, the DPM.
And I think the main tank to look at that is the 183. Because you see all the videos on YouTube from like Engel or Fugits or whoever the fuck you're looking at, of an FE215B 183 rolling for 1400. You roll in, you shoot the hash 900.
No, that's the most deceptive tank is the auto reloaders because the DPM is constantly changing. And if you look at any other like statistic, it doesn't shows you at which time the DPM is which.
Well, let's have a look. Here's the AMX50. So the DPM in the AMX50B is 2,925 a minute. A minute. And the burst damage, it doesn't list the burst damage. That's a shame. It doesn't list the burst.
I'm looking at the different stats from E100 here with the 2651 DPM loadout, and the average damage that I'm seeing of this class is like 1800. So.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is why I say. I mean, DPM is a nice number to have. It tells you what the tank is capable of doing. That is all. It's the potential of the tank. But it isn't only
the gun. Remember, you have to drive. You have to resist shells. If you can't do that, your DPM is jack shit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So
I'm sorry, I'm coming in late, man. I'm always missing these coffee things. Time for me. But no, I legit tried to stay up for it and fell asleep and woke up an hour late. Anyways, did you guys hint on any kind of like lag or RNG issues since the last update at all?
I've had a few lag issues. I've had more issues of being kicked out of the game randomly. So I've had a few ghost showers, but then I showed a replay earlier of me in the E100 where I thought I was lined up on the grill, but I wasn't, clearly, because it just completely missed. Yet if you look at the shot, in fact I'll show it again. Because if you look at the shot, it does look like everything's lined up on the grill, but the shell just, the dispersion's not great anyway on the E100. But I'm trying to find the point where the grill comes into view, and it will come in a minute. So here's the grill coming into view. I'm lining it up. I think I've got my HE firmly on it, and it goes massively, massively to the left. And there's nothing I can do about that because I really thought it was there. So you'll see it in a minute. It's coming up now on YouTube. So you'll.
Or if the thing, tutorial. If you see on the replay tab on Fugits Discord, I got a shot like I click on it and then there's like a bit. It does the shooting animation and the shot went out of it like a second later.
Yeah. So I just showed you there. I mean, it was just showed on YouTube because there's a delay. That, for all intents and purposes, that was lined up fully on that turret of the grill.
I've it before, especially recently when I've been playing like a Yak Panzer 100. I was firing at like a Gala, HE, spot on hull, 5 meter distance, and the shell goes through him. Literally through the hull. And that will make you think like what actually just happened. So, despite what Wargaming is saying, the ghost shells still exist.
Yeah.
No, I've missed some point blank ghost shells, but the point is ever since the last patch or update, whatever you guys want to call it, I've noticed that the RNG is like drastically worse. I mean, I'm missing straight up side shots and just bullets disappearing.
Oh, did you?
It's not even ghost shells. It's just like it doesn't register. You know. That
moment when you bounce a 170mm AP shell on the side of a Foch.
Just a couple of things. I just got to interject. Right, a couple of things. Firstly, there's a lot of hassle going on the stream about secondhand smoking. The only thing that's going to suffer, you can't see it, I don't think, is my cats over there. Bless them, and they go outside most of the time. So nobody else suffers from my secondhand smoke because this is my room. There's my other cat there, and the rest of the house is smoke free. So I just want to get that over and done with, straight out of the way. Next, yes, I am a smoker. Thing is, I hate it when people smoke when I'm eating. Absolutely hate it. So, I generally don't smoke if there are non-smokers around. Funnily enough, unless I'm outside. So
short term, Fugit needs smoking to vent his frustrations.
Yeah. Bye, Layla. Hi, Layla. So that's that. Next. What else was there? Where else was it? I saw something else. Where is it? Yes, Mr. Slapnods. Yeah, you did fight us, and yeah, I think you smacked us beyond belief. I think we got absolutely slaughtered in that Tier 8 tournament. To be honest with you, we played those our tournaments the other night was awful. To be fair, we were very, very disconnected in every tour. It wasn't a good tour. We did Tier 6 and Tier 8, and they just weren't good. Look at this, I've got a load of crap again. I've got more donuts. So yeah.
Literally donuts or the player donuts?
No, these donuts that you get in the bloody storage thingy. I've now got, I don't know where it's gone. I've now got 3 donuts. I don't know what does that get me? Does it get me anything? I don't know.
And also, I just noticed that you now have a bug on World of Tanks PC with your tank.
Or the gun just depressed beyond belief. Like I've got a match just yesterday actually. My gun actually went through the fucking ground under, like when I was in the AMX 30.
I was playing EBR 90 and my gun depression, which is normally like 8 degrees or something, suddenly went to 90. It was pointing straight to the center of the earth.
Yes, mate.
If you combine your donut.
Yeah, but where do you do it? I've got 3 of them now.
So just in storage, click on your donut.
Okay.
Down the bottom where it should say combine or use, whatever it is.
No, it doesn't say anything.
No, it's not the donut, it's the items of the currency.
Oh, not the donuts.
So I've got a ducky. I've got 3 I've got 3 ducks that don't do. I've got the.
I'm genuinely sad that I didn't give away the fucking MS1.
And this is what I mean. This is why I don't understand the event. I mean, okay. I
was so happy to finally get MS1 back, and then it turns out to be a fucking free XP piece. Fucking piece of shit.
I mean, I don't understand what I have to do with these donuts and shit. I just don't get it.
For the other than the smiley face, you can buy gold. But
well, I thought that. So I mean, it says here, the first unlock. I mean, and finally, together with your gold. 3 other items that drop from the suitcase are ducks, donuts, and fuel cans. Can be exchanged for gold. But you need 22 ducks or donuts or fuel cans. 40 for 75.
It's actually 88 for the total amount.
Yeah.
For the last stage, not the first stage.
Yeah, for the first stage is 22.
22 each.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. You need to buy all of them, or you buy one of them, and then it goes to the next stage, which requires twice the amount of the last stage, until you got into stage 3, where it just ends basically. So you have 3 stages. The first stage is you require 22, and then for the second you need 44, and then for the third you need 88.
Oh yeah.
So you earn the currency by opening the briefcase, which costs 60,000 credits.
Do you think that those briefcases are worth buying?
No.
I've spent 13 million
Oof.
And I've got
same.
2,175 gold. So if you're a free-to-play player and you don't have any other tanks to buy or research, and then you wanted some gold, then it's a good way, I think, to be a free-to-play and still got a couple of gold.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Free-to-play, and I've spent roughly $500,000 so far on the cases. They look like after the time, the 6 days, they might potentially add up to cash out.
Well, I mean, talking about that, in the store at the moment, you've got the Matilda Black Prince, which is going to cost you 2,250. However, no equipment. But you do get 30 days of premium, but no equipment unlocked. You have to pay that. And we've also got Alpha Predator containers. 4% bloody containers again. So this time they're for gold. And you have a 4% drop chance. 4%. drop chance of getting a tier 10 tank. And if you already have that tank, you'll get 3 million credits.
Yeah, not worth it, to be honest with you.
Not really. The other thing you've got is enhanced abilities. So you get 1.2 million credits, 7 days of premium, and 10 boosters for 2,500 gold. If you go for
100 boosters.
100, yes. If you go for the strategic advantage at 10,000 gold, you get 6 million credits and 100 credit boosters as well. And then,
congratulations, more useless items.
yeah, and then you get free XP, avatar containers. In the bundle side, we got power build-up. You get for, I don't know, $1, I think that is.
€1.
So,
€1.
Yeah, €1. You get 100 gold, 100,000 credits, 1 day of premium account, and 10 boosters. Then you get a subscription, which is not bad. It's 7 for what's that? About 12, maybe 15 euros, something like that.
12 and a half.
Yeah, 12 and a half.
13 actually.
About, yeah, $12.50, $13. Then you're going to get 7,500 gold. So how much is 7,500 gold, I hear you ask? Well, it's double that cost, so it's not a bad thing. And then you've got other bits and bobs going in there, but not much going on at the moment. Not much at the moment. So there you go. That's about it. Oof. Hello, ISU 152 Destroyer. How you doing? Achim, how are you? Tankers Blitz, how are you? Banana Joe, hello.
Oh, hi, Joe.
I don't think he's in voice chat.
No, he's not. So I think that's it for today. Like I said, we will be live streaming tomorrow, EU, for count-ins. I apologise to those in North America at the moment. My ping, every time I log on, is just massive. And it's just not worth me trying to even play. It's probably got something to do with the virus, as I said. So once that calms down, I definitely will be back on the North American server. That is guaranteed. I just need ping to be below 1,000. Because at the moment my ping is 1,000 plus on North American server. It's just awful. Well, that's about it. I think we've covered. I think we've covered almost everything. I tell you, I'm closer to Asia, and the ping's worse there.
Well, yeah, but Asia just has terrible ping in the first.
Oh, it's just awful. It's just dreadful.
No, if you want to play on Asia, you need a lot more skills because the guys there is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep.
If you thought NA or EU was bad,
yeah,
you should have tried Asia server like SE.
Yeah, I've tried. I mean, I've tried the KSA server, and that's just awful, awful. Anyway,
is the Asia server on Blitz, by the way, same as like on PC, where it's owned by a different company?
Only the one in China.
Chinese.
Only the Chinese one is different.
Chinese server, not the Asia server. The Asia server is still the same as the other server.
Correct.
They might get 1 or 2 exclusive tanks, but that's just about it.
But they get no containers. Where you?
All right, everyone, go to Asia.
They don't in China. On the Chinese server, they don't get tanks in crates. It's illegal.
All right, guys, we're all moving to Chinese server now. No
and on that, I think we've done enough. We've been on for an hour and a half, and these things are only meant to be like 45 minutes. Go on. One more thing then.
Yeah, I wanted to say on Chinese server you got often trigger of E100 for $200.
Wow.
Which, granted, is a lot, but the thing is still overpowered.
Wow. You say... Well, hang on. Time out. You say that. You know, the good folks on the EU and NA servers, you were able to buy a Shinobi for $100. What are you complaining about?
No, that thing is a removed tank because it's too overpowered and Wargaming cannot balance it. And then they release it for 200.
Hello, Spicy Win. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. I mean, we've had it just as good on EU. We could get the Shinobi for $100. I mean, what? Come on. And on the NA server, they could get the M60 for $100. I mean, these are good deals. I really want to meet somebody who actually spent $100 for the Shinobi. I want to meet that person.
Oh,
There's someone in the North American server.
I want to meet that person
Spend 100.
and say to them.
I think he's in Mitzi's. I think he's in Mitzi's Discord server. I can't remember which, what his IGN or his username.
I mean, wow, Shinobi. I can't remember how I got the Shinobi, but I got it when it first came out, and I got it for nowhere near $100. I can't remember what I.
It was fucking cheap. Like...
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's literally mediocre.
Yeah, I can't remember how much I paid. I don't know, $10 maybe. Wow.
And before they sell the KV220T for like 200.
Yeah. I got that for next to nothing.
How much was it? 12 euros?
Galactic Tech, really? You didn't? On the Shinobi? Wowzers.
Are you mad?
Why, man? Why?
Are you
Oh,
mad?
server latency. Fuck you.
Well, I guess you sponsor Wargaming, but why so much? Spend it on like a fucking WZ-120, a tank that's actually worth it.
Wow. Oh yeah, I think the most I've ever spent on a tank was for a video, and I think it was for the Badger, and I think that cost me something like $60-70. So.
Most I spent it was the first time, that was 75, was on 3 separate premiums. The second time was on the 50 euros, there was a T28 HTC and a T34 Independence. And the third time there was 65, if I recall correctly, there was a Chinese trio just this new year.
Yeah, there was.
Blue Type 59 and a WZ-121.
But I think that's the most I've spent for the Badger, because I needed the tank to do a review. And then I bought it and said, that's it, I'm not going to do reviews on upcoming premium tanks. It's just not...
You need the money to get the money.
You know, because it's just a killer. I mean, you know, I don't have... For example, guys, just in case any of you wondered, I don't have a press account, so... The tanks you see in my garage, I've had to get them exactly the same way that you get them. No different. I've had to grind them or pay for them. It's, you know...
your account is basically a press account.
Not really. It's not a press account.
No, Fugits
you're
better because he actually had to work for it.
Yeah,
no, but the content of the tanks that you own, you basically have a press account.
Well, similar, yeah. I just don't. I mean, but I have to get them the same way as everybody else gets them.
Actually, had to work for it.
Yeah, I have to get them the same way as everybody else. I don't get them. Yeah, I don't get them free of charge, and I certainly don't get anything in advance. So, you know, so a lot of people ask me that. How can you say that you don't grind the tanks? Actually, guys, I do. Which is why it took me until last week to grind the Chinese line and the Japanese lines. It takes a long time to grind, and you know the Japanese and Chinese lines have been out a long time, and I only grinded them last week. So.
Oh, you don't have the WZ-113 yet? Like.
I only got it. I got that 2 days. I got that a couple of days ago. So when you and I rolled out, it the other night on live stream, that was like the second battle I'd had in it.
So yeah, you need to learn.
Absolutely,
properly, man.
Absolutely. I mean, I've only played. I haven't had it long, and I've only played 3 games in it. 3 or 4 games in it.
Do you have a WZ-121 GFT?
Yes, and I've played hardly any games in that as well.
121
God, I love that.
Oh, 120-1.
Yes, the overpowered Tier 8 Chinese tank destroyer.
Yeah, I've got that.
The one that has a 8-second reload, despite having a 122mm gun.
Actually, I lied.
I have .2 accuracy.
Actually, I lied. I played 5 games in the WZ-113, and I played.
You gotta need to check how much I've played on it. I think like over 100. I love the thing.
And I only got the.
Oh, you pay to win, bastard!
I didn't pay to win. I got it for free.
and I only got the
ST. It's a premium.
It's a premium, yes.
Oh, yes, then.
Yeah.
Do you have money to buy it?
No, I got it for free. I got it for free.
No, I'm asking you, do you need money to buy it normally?
Yes.
You do.
Okay, then it's a pay to win.
Anyway, I only got the STB1 last week, which is why I only played one game in it.
I've only played 276 battles in it. With
STB1 is a really nice tank.
It is a nice tank, but I've not played many games in it. And the only reason I got that, because I've only played 6 games in the... in what's the one before it? The bloody... Type 61. I've only played 3 games in the Type 61. The only reason I got the STB1 without grinding it was because I got the 50% off thing for tier 10.
Ah.
One of the things that comes in the crates or whatever it is. So it's the only reason I got it. Yeah, it's the only reason I got it. Anyway, that's it. Time to go. Because there's lots to be done later. So guys,
hold up.
We're going to knock
I gotta send Matthew photo to offend him.
Yeah, we can send that later. You don't need to send it now. Right. Okay then, guys. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining. Like I said, there'll be more stuff coming out soon. There are some videos in the pipeline. I've just been a bit stuck on what to do for videos this week. To be honest with you, other than replays, and I just don't want to do replays. And I want to get the.
Even have 2K in it.
I want to do the Jag Panther 2.
Playing it that much.
No, that's not a fucking excuse, mate.
So
I actually haven't been playing it that much.
Later, you two.
That, and don't forget, I share this account as well. So a friend of mine, David, actually plays a lot of it.
Oh, you're going to get banned if Wargaming found that out.
Right. So anyway, Carb, let me talk to YouTube and say goodbye. One moment. So thank you guys. Thank you Town Talker. Thank you Gnome Talker. Sorry. Thank you Galactic Tech, Mr. Big PP Kerfuffles, everybody else, Banana Joe, blah blah blah. All the people on YouTube who came in. There will be a live stream, proper live stream where we play count-ins, tune-ups, and everything tomorrow. Yes, Bosnian guy, you are first on the list. Mike, I've looked in it. It's not my notifications. Apparently, YouTube reset everybody. In January, so you need to make sure that your notifications are turned on, unfortunately. With that, thank you those on YouTube again, thank you those on Discord, as always, been a pleasure. And don't forget, Rolling Swarm and Aminet are streaming the Ascent tournament tonight, so please pop in, say hello, tell them I sent you, give them the thumbs up and all that sort of jazz. Have some fun with that. And until then, guys, I'll catch you all again soon. And look, I'm going to show you something. I finally got it fixed, I think. Yay! Stream ended. I got it fixed. Finally.
Nice. He finally added the hot button.
Finally got it sorted. So thanks, guys. Talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.